Alright, we are live. Let me see if the audio is working. Do I sound visible? Live. Let me see if the audio is working. Okay, we are Gucci. Let me raise the volume just a bit and send the links out and we will begin. My throat is a little bit dry today. So forgive me if I do not sound normal. Let's go. Don't do that. Excellent. Peekaboo. Hey, Evinsky. We're just about to begin. I need to grab my gloves, though, because my desk space is very cold. I'll be right back. Excellent. I have fingerless gloves just for this purpose. Don't like being cold. Okay, so we've got a couple things to do today. They were on my list this whole time, but the last 2 weeks I was just like, I don't know what to do on the stream. But we could have been doing this like 2 weeks ago, but we'll do this day. So we're working on some NPCs. Well, not quite. We're working on one NPC, and there's a couple. I want to add a few messages in other places that kind of hint to sections of the game so that I'm not leaving players super just lost in nowhere for some of the more obscure things that I added recently. And then we're going to work on some combat mechanics. The weapons all have upgrades. They're kind of programmed already, but I don't like them very much, so we're going to just redo them from scratch, basically. So let's go take a look at the NPC we're working on now. This is the key merchant. So in this game, keys are just regular items. So if you didn't know, you can just sell items to shopkeepers, including keys. This is kind of loud. Which means we need a way to obtain new keys if you happen to sell one. So we're adding a shopkeeper here in this cave somewhere that will sell you keys, except I'm trying to get him to animate and he doesn't right now. He just kind of pops out of nowhere. But also we can't talk to him, which is frustrating. Don't know why this isn't working. Hello, sir. Let's see if we... Oh, and by the way, it's funny that you said peekaboo. Kensar de Jesus says, nice review as another feeling global. Thanks. Parker Harris says, how long till the update's out? And by the way, he's literally standing 2 feet behind me with his phone.
2 feet? That's like
Alpha will be out today or tomorrow, and then beta will come a week later. Forgot to mention on Discord, it took me 10 minutes to find out where to get the key. I want to add a little hint as to where to go. That's a good idea.
What was your question?
We'll do that today, yeah. We'll add that to the thing to do. That's a good idea. I know a way we can do that. We need to fix this guy first, and then we'll go do that, actually. Don't let me forget. So I'm curious. So I think I kind of know what the issue is, but it confuses me because I didn't think it worked that way. But if we go to the tunnel, this is the cave. Let's just move this guy down for now and see if it works to talk to him, and then we'll know what the issue is there. I guess since he's a wall, I can just... Yeah, that's okay. I won't. Good. Thank you. Yeah, no... Wait, why can't we talk... Okay, hold on. Well, one thing we can do is we can just put him here. That will work. Okay. And then it looks like there's no wall here, but he's actually a wall also, and we'll block that whole space. This, I must have done something wrong. Con go to -1, -1. Talking to key merchant. Kensar says, by the way, Cloaked is a solo project, no positions needed. I do free work if you are up to it for the resume. This is a solo project. I need some help with the art, so if that's something you can do, you're welcome to maybe help with a sprite or two, and if you can message me in the Discord chat. But most of the time, I just like to do it myself so that I don't have to do all the communication work between, you know, like telling people what I need and making sure it gets done. Like, I don't want to, that's too much of a hassle. So, but if you're just like super interested in helping out, then a few sprites would be helpful, and you can message me about that. But otherwise, I do the rest of it. Yes, the nearby convenience store also has sprites, as my roommate points out. He doesn't understand that much about game development.
You have Coca-Cola, Ceramist.
Yeah, there's a lot of sodas there. It's very convenient when, you know... It's very convenient when you're thirsty and you want something. That's why it's called a convenience store. Let's see here. I don't know why this isn't working, and it's very much bothering me. He's not... Heh. Text. Go to, come to. This really should work. I can delete these. These are actually irrelevant. This should... Okay, so let's step through this. Question. Yes, no. Do I need that? No, I don't need answers. That's optional. Text 1, go to, 2, go to, 1, 2. Text, go to 1, go, come to -1, or go to -1.
No, that should have gone in.
2, okay. Oh, that's a... Psst, that's why. This is supposed to be the other sensor. That's an item sensor. That means if you gave him an item. Okay, this will work now. We'll fix that part. It won't fix the animation. I don't know what's up with that. We'll have to take a look at that next. I want him to like peek out, like come out when you get near him and then leave when you leave. Right now he just like shows up instantly. I have an animation, but it's like that. Okay. Hey. You ever got stuck? Need a key? 100 gems. I can solve that problem. No thanks. I have 97. That's what a coinkydink. Let's just kill this slime. No, that didn't. Give me gems. Come on. Oh man. I have to basically just kill an enemy. Ah! Perfect. Okay. Let's see if he'll give me a key. Sure. Here. Of the day of some sort. Hey, he gave me a key. Perfect. Alright. That worked. Resident Evil Merchant, what you buyin'? What a buy-in. Do they look like this too? Creepy little things in a cave? Kind of want this guy to just be mysterious. There's some lore behind him, I'm sure, but I don't know what it is. I often decide the lore after the fact. I'm like, I made this thing, it should probably have some lore, and then I figure out a plausible explanation for why it is the way it is, and then just leave it. That's my secret. Okay, so let's figure out what's going on with this. So my best guess is that the animation end event is triggering even when the image speed is 0. Hey CG, what's going on today? Sorry, it's been 1,000 years. Oh, no, it's random guy covered in cloaks with a backpack. Nice. I like cloaks and backpacks. American cheese. Hi. It has been a little bit, but glad to see you here today. We are working on an NPC and some new dialogue. I just want to give some clues as to where things are located in the world. And then we're going to work on weapon upgrades today. We're like super close. Those things is all that's left except a boss fight that I have to make later today. And then we'll have the alpha version done. So, as an alpha tester, we're ready. Is that Dirk? Yep. I remember Dirk. So yeah, I'm actually super excited. We're gonna just butterfly. I'm doing this as a way to denote when the animation end has happened, so that I can see if it's triggering when I think it's triggering, and then we'll figure out how to fix it. Ah! What am I? Oh, I need a depth. Depth flare. Don't be silly. I know how functions work. It's been far too long since I booted up the game. I need to give it another shot soon. Well, you'll have another shot soon because, of course, the next version is soon. That will be the best time to do it. I only really expect people to play it each time there's an update because, I mean, the alpha testers have basically finished it, so. Hello? Oh! Yeah, that's what's going on. This event isn't triggering at all. What am I thinking? I never actually set the image speed. Oh. This is the issue. I have to reset the sprite to the default index 0. I have to start it back at the beginning. There we go. This will fix it. I'm like 80% sure. Then we'll be done with this guy. Oh, Discord notifications. I use Discord a lot. Let me. Haha! Now you. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, so this is something to note. I just added this thing where when you hit an enemy, you kind of bounce back a little bit. I think it helps the combat feel. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to play, when I do my full playthrough, which I do before every release version, then I will, I'll decide at the end. I think I like it so far, but I can't be 100% sure. But I think it definitely adds a little bit to the combat. Not a lot, but every little bit counts. The screen shake is the biggest thing. Alright, so that is fully functional and working. Let me close this, check it off of my list wherever I put my pencil. There it is. Key merchant. Alright, so there's a couple things. My hands have warmed up. Apparently it was just from coming inside. Ah, the Resident Evil merchant. I will take a look at that when I get a chance. It scored skeleton with a sword. Slap sound. That's a shaker, like a bone. It's supposed to sound like a bone, at least. I'm not good at sound effects. Maybe I'll update it someday. I've got a few comments on that one recently. Let me take a look. Okay, so we wanted to cover finding the key in the back. So my idea for this is basically I want throughout the game to have NPCs not just say stuff that's useless, but tell you information that like gives you a chance to kind of figure out something more easily, so that it's worthwhile to talk to them. So what I'll do is I'll add a line on Barther when you first talk to him that will tell you to look in the behind his house, and that can Baron rather. Don't. Uh-oh. Don't read this too much. Okay, we're fine. It was good. You can read it. There's a cutscene later in the game that is a very big, important thing that I was afraid would be on this NPC, but it's on the different NPC. So we're good. No spoilers here. So this bit is when you're talking to him before you do anything. So I can replace some of this text with something that tells you about the key in the background. We'll actually have it make it a question. How about that? Answer. So you'll have just say nothing, which would end the conversation. And hey, Casimon, what's up?
American cheese.
Yes.
What about white cheddar? Huh?
I mean, look, you can be whatever kind of cheese you want.
What about pepper jack?
I can't say I'm particularly fond of American cheese, but I think we've had this conversation before.
No, we haven't.
I'm talking to the people in the chat.
What about pepper jack? You like pepper jack?
Baron, yo dog, I found this neato key on some dead dude. Here, you can have it. No, man, it has to stay over there. Otherwise, like, you know, look. Baron isn't just gonna go back behind and, like, sneak behind the Elder's house and see what's over there. It's a librarian's secret. Let's see here.
Jonathan, I'm gonna raid your chat.
My roommate is gonna raid my chat. Oh no, last time this happened, it got wild.
I'll be nice this time. I'll watch some YouTube and eat some peanuts.
Alright. Cool. I do not know what the creature was speaking of.
I suppose I need Parker to raid your chat.
Hey, making the chat get wild is my job.
Well,
American cheese, better get on it then. Say something wild.
American cheese, you can't beat me.
Oh no. Started a wild war between my friend and my roommate. Okay. Mushrooms.
Okay, you beat me.
Speaking of that, the mushroom merchant. Oh yeah, Luna asked me to make a mushroom merchant brother. That's on my list. I'll do that next update, not this update.
Okay, so you'll do mushroom.
Are there different weapons? Yes, there are 4 weapons, and there are also 8 different spells that you unlock over time, and then other just kind of items and side quest items. Yes, the mushroom merchant brother. I don't know where he's gonna live. Maybe the mushroom merchant brother already exists, and he's the creepy guy in Deep City, but I'm not sure about that. My main man mushroom weapon? There aren't mushroom weapons. Okay. Anyways, Baron's saying I do not know what the creature was speaking of. Grandfather lowercase in this context? Yeah, I did it up above. May as well be consistent. But if I was to do a voice acting for your game, I'd do Mushroom Merchant in a hurry. For like $1. Man, honestly, someday I will make a game where there's voice acting and I'll have all my friends do the voices. But This one, that would be too much to implement. Although I've had some voice line for some characters, so maybe I'll hit you up for that. And then Vesky says, well, there's spores, so that's true, there are spores. I mean, I guess you don't get a mushroom weapon, but there are some angry mushrooms out there. As soon as you need voice actor or writing or whatever help, I'm down. Darn tootin' ready. Good to know, Dirk. What should I say here? It has to do with your grandfather. Perhaps look in the forest behind your house. Darn Goombas. Oh gosh, you're right. You remember the Goombas, right? Were you there when I made the Goomba sprite for the mushroom spores? That was fun. Okay, this is a little bit explicit of a clue, but you know, that's fine. I was the person who said to do so. That makes sense. I wish I had a forest behind my house. I've got a spooky, dilapidated shed. Man, I wish I had a forest too. I love forests. I mean, I guess my campus has quite a bit of trees, but it's not quite the same as just being able to, like, walk out the door and go into a forest. That's why so much of this game is a forest or a swamp, because I like trees. Okay, I'm quite sure this will work, so I'm not going to test it yet. I'll do it when I go through the playthrough, but there's a line to help direct you feel a little less lost. Okay, now there's one more clue I want to add somewhere. I want to mention that the key merchant lives in a cave. And I'll just do that on a random... Trees are groovy, indeed. I'll do that on a random NPC from Deep City, I think. That's what I'm feeling like. I live in the mountains of North Carolina. My house and yard are forests. That sounds so wonderful. I live in Washington. We're pretty close to forests, but I'm not without having to, like, take a car ride somewhere. I guess there's some pretty big parks that have lots of trees, but like I said, not really the same thing. But every summer I always go camping a few times, usually in the forests of Mount Rainier. It's one of my favorite places on the planet. Text. I lost my key. Yeah, we've got a grooving honkin' mountain in Washington too. Exactly. Good old Mount Rainier. It's a great place. He is rumored to live. There's a nice little chunk of forest by that old grocery store. There's no one grocery store though. Neat little place. Scouts just say he got his keys stolen from some guy in a wall. But what was he doing there to get his keys stolen? I don't think the guy in the wall comes out. I think he just eats the keys. That's his nutrients. I lost my key. I heard there's a fellow somewhere who collects lost keys. He's rumored to live in a cave south of the river. Gotta get iron in your diet. Eat some keys. Exactly. These ones are rusty too. He licks their pockets as they walk past. Good lord. I mean, maybe that's the lore of this fella. Like I said, I don't know the lore. I don't know the lore. I think I'm gonna leave the dialogue as this. I don't think that Lockjaw. The puns. I don't think the scout was just wandering through the cave, especially considering they have a specific superstition of going south. Wait, that wasn't even a key joke, haha. You mean you did? Don't you get lockjaw from tetanus? Like some crazy old dude in kitty. I don't know if you get. I don't know what lockjaw even is. I just thought it was something that you got from tetanus, and then it makes sense. Keys and locks. Yeah, says Avinsky. See, it's a pun, even if you didn't mean it, and it's a really good one too. I'll be honest. All right. Added 2 to 3 clues. 2 clues. Yes. Okay. What's left? Ooh, combat. Let's do this. Wait, chat is broken for me. Oh no. It's broken. Alright, so I want guy. Okay. So we're gonna just, you know what? I've been cheating a little bit. I have. Teleport. Is this gonna... Nope, didn't break. Perfect. 9 out of 8 doctors say that eating keys is healthier than eating needles. I like those doctors. I am the 9th doctor. Wait, so that's like they surveyed 9 people, but only 8 of them were doctors? And then that's why it says 9 out of 8? And hold on a second. And wasn't the 9th Doctor Christopher Eccleston? Oh, I was gonna add a sound effect there. It was there and then it disappeared, so I'll have to fix that. It's very odd to me, actually. Everyone should have seen this cutscene. It's, you know, in the Kickstarter demo, so just gonna... There we go. Well, what was I checking here? Nope. Try-ins day 2. By the way, the gameplay timer, look at that. I played 22 minutes. Oh yeah, he was Eccleston. Yeah, I know that because I looked it up. I didn't know the name of the actor. Seen a few episodes with the 9th Doctor, but actually in Doctor Who I started in like season 4 of the recent series. Where was I doing here? Oh, I was gonna find the scout to talk to him. Not this guy. It's gonna be the male scout down here. Or maybe female, I don't know. I think it was the male scout, but I can't remember. It's this girl. Her name is Sethra, I think. Sethra Sor. Okay, I need the flame sound for that, and then I was checking... Oh, we're talking to... I remember now. We're gonna talk to... Oh, man. And I haven't seen much of the recent Doctor yet, but she seems cool. I haven't seen any of it because the next season is not available on Amazon yet. Actually, it might be at this point, I don't know. But I watched most of it over Christmas break. Yeah, I guess I saw the first episode. It was pretty nice. I'm excited to see the rest of the season. My favorite is David Tennant. Hold on, I have to look up 10th Doctor so I can see the picture. Oh yeah, I liked him. He was cool. Okay, we need the sounds for the cutscene, which is gonna be, let's go here. Wall, story cutscenes. Guardhouse? Turn your lights back on. What's up with this? Huh. This should definitely work. I'll have to investigate that later. I don't know what? Why isn't this working? Because the lights turn back on. That part works, but the sound effect doesn't play? I've never seen that happen. Let's see. My code doesn't work. I don't know why. My code works. I don't know why. That's so sadly true. I hate it. Both. I just need to know why. I don't even care if it works or not. I don't know what's going on. And I saved after the cutscene. Yeah, I'll deal with it later. Or I'll just leave it silent. It's not that big of a deal. But it doesn't make sense. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, everyone. It's okay. It isn't the end of the world. It's just kind of the end of the world. Alright. So, what we're really here to do is not agonize over why the audio is not playing, even though that makes no sense. Or talk to Isla and Yura, two of my favorite characters. Except for maybe Boo. We're here to talk to Pierre. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Exactly. This whole game is not a bug, it's just a feature. It's just, literally I use a randomizer to type random code. And then I exported it without even looking to see if it crashes or not. Man who carries a weapon, and you are no mere soldier too, either. Okay, so Pierre here will upgrade our weapons. And we actually need give, dark steel, give, right. Steel, you need to collect these metals. You only get one. Dang it. This is fine. We don't actually have to give it to her. 50 gems. Okay. Dark steel. We're gonna upgrade the boomerang. We're gonna do the boomerangs first because I already know how they're gonna work. Dark steel. Ring of fire. Ha! Take that, ring of fire. Oh, the sprite needs to be updated. Okay, so now it does an extra damage. Let's go test it out on something. Also, I need to check something. Okay, that works. Good. Most enemies knock you back if you hit them. I wanted... Yeah, so the ring... But I want to make sure it doesn't do it for the plants. So the ring of fire does 2 damage, but it only hits one enemy. So the first enemy it hits, it then breaks off. So you can see hits them the first time, but this lets you basically annihilate these guys, which is super nice. I think it doesn't have a... Burn, burn! And Ring of Fire, indeed. Excellent. Let's... Okay, so this one I'm actually pretty fond of. The layer is all wrong. What's going on here? Look at that. That's so not right. Why cause no burn damage and set the enemy on fire? It was going to. That was the other ability. So the Ring of Fire just does straight damage. There is burn damage though, so what I'll do is I think we can make it like a 25% chance. Burn damage is pretty powerful though. I don't want to... Or I could make it a 100% chance and just remove the extra damage it does. I like that better. It's more interesting than... it's more interesting than just regular damage. And then the spiked boomerang, which is going to be the other ability, that one will allow you to do more damage. So let's see here. Weapons, boomerang, fire. Okay, we actually need to... Why is this... Let's fix this sprite though. That's actually totally fine. Okay, so how do you color the resource tree? That's a good question. That's actually in the like preferences, I think. Yeah, this area you can do that stuff. I love it because now I can actually tell the difference between my sprites and my objects, because they're ordered the same way, right? So I always click the wrong one, and so that was annoying. So we have regular boomerang, and then fire boomerang, and then spiked boomerang, and fire spiked boomerang. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do now. Weapons, boomerang. Okay, so we're gonna update this a little bit. Oh, interesting. Boomerang dark steel. So I'm actually gonna use bright steel for the flame ring instead. Boomerang dark steel. So I kind of want every weapon upgrade to increase not only the damage it does, but some other functionality also. So this is fire, boomerang, spiked, I guess we can just, this is not, here, they're both the same. I need to change. And if you have both of them, we can do fire spiked. Excellent. So then here, what I want to do is, you know what, let's just, sorry, I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. So I want to increase the damage, but I also want it to be armor piercing damage. So we're going to do it this way. Now when it collides, damaging enemies. There, now it causes flaming. No, actually, this needs to be... dark steel. But this won't... Okay, so this is going to cause it to take damage, and if it does take damage, it's going to still do var hit equals 0, so it can take damage again. I think this will work, and this is only if the boomerang is bright steel. That will do 1 damage of basically armor piercing attack. So it's a little more interesting than just regular. Yes, excellent. Perfect. Maybe. We'll try this. We'll see what happens. Okay, and then this is going to do step. Well, actually, yeah, that's why it was. That fixes the layering issue, and now all the objects have to be invisible in this game because I handled depth with a custom script. Let's do this slightly more professionally, so that only if it takes damage will it actually set var hit to 1. There we go. So I think both of these things should work now. What I need to do is we need to make some enemies and put them into that room so that I don't have to go this far to test. Farland Forest, Deep City. Just, you know, put a couple guys around here. We're so close. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm just overwhelmed with excitement for this next update. It's like so much stuff I can't even explain. There's, for the alpha testers, those 2 full dungeons. The alpha testers, rather, they get 1 dungeon. The beta testers get 2 full dungeons. So that's exciting.
Yes, sir.
Let's use this thing.
So I was rereading that email that Mishka sent me.
So let's yeah, hold on a moment.
And it turns out that
Alright, unmuted. Okay. Give dark steel. Give bright steel. And safe. Let's go. Alright, that white bill is very rare. Dark steel first. The boomerang. This is not a true statement anymore. Ah! Your mic is still muted. Really? Are you sure? Are you trolling with me? like that guy in the Minecraft stream chat that's like, you missed diamonds. Now, tiny boomerang. Ooh, you can hear the sound. So that means it's working. How much? No, actually, that's kind of a problem. It does the damage twice. Teeny tiny boomerang. That noise sums up my existence. This is so dumb. Honestly, this is so funny. I just wish it was like actually a thing. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me fix it. This is the problem. The sprite has to be scaled up. 44. I see. I scaled up all the other ones. Randall's boomerang is small. You never know. I'd have it as an Easter egg. Yeah, but there's so many things. Makes me want to make. Oh, you know what it makes me want to do? I want to make Minish Cap. That is such a good game. The shrinking thing is so much fun. So let's actually take the NPCs. Wandering Pierre. Just make the entire game an Easter egg. Just like how the entire game is also a feature and not a bug. NPCs. See, there's a thing where I open the sprite when I mean to open the object. Okay, so let's... upgrade the boomerang with bright steel. Just publish game as an abacus program and have a hidden combination of sliding beads that unlocks the game. Easy peasy. That I can't tell if that's a genius idea or literally the worst thing I've ever heard. I need me an abacus. Fair enough. Fair enough. Your will be done. Publish the main menu. Sell the rest of the game as DLC. The main menu is free, but the rest of it, that's $20. Paid DLC. I'll be like, it's like I'm almost as bad as EA, except I could just. But since the base game is free, it's like not that bad, except I don't know. Hey, he'd be sued by EA for stealing ideas. I don't know, man. Burns enemies. No, you get the rest of the game in a loot box. Oh, so you have to pay $20 for a loot box, and then you have a 10% chance of getting the game. DLC Quest 2, exactly. And welcome, Or Squadra. Good to see you here. Just make it a series of DLCs, like the quest for the next DLC. Let's see here. We'll upgrade using Dark Sword, the boomerang. Ha! Now it has spikes. Check it out. Looty box DLC. Loot box DLC. Wait. Yes. Yeah, exactly. You know, guys, I'm all in it. This whole game development process, it's all for the money. This is really just an elaborate ruse to become a millionaire. I think I need a script that will let me do damage without making the sound effect play, so that I can use it multiple times. And also, I need to check how much damage does this do. Okay, so that does that. Okay, let's just go in here. Okay. Okay, so it does do more damage. Perfect. Pretty sure it's all right, because that would have done 4 plus 4 damage. The boomerang does 3 damage, so that's why it takes 1 less hit. Okay, and I need to add a function to the damage function. Nope. What? Oh, Lord. Functions. Deal damage. Here we go. No. Take damage. Oh, I have a... It's just not listed. What do you know? It is silent. I already have a silent argument. What a great thing to find. Yep, it's over there. Okay. No, I want this. Here, this is the armor piercing damage. Cause, stun, nope. Flaming, nope. It is silent. Perfect. So now the first one won't, the first hit, the damage, the armor piercing damage, that won't deal. That won't make a sound. And the reason this does armor piercing is that the way armor works is when you take damage. Aren't scripts great? Exactly, aren't they? So the reason this works as armor piercing is that the way it works is it takes damage, it subtracts the armor value down to a maximum of 1. So if I deal 1 damage and then I deal the regular damage again, those will be handled by the armor differently, and the first one will always do at least 1 damage, and then the second one will have at least 1 damage. So you'll always do now 2 damage each time. So this isn't necessarily the most useful thing, it's kind of a small upgrade, but I don't want them to necessarily be too powerful. I could make it 2 damage though. Go from 3 to 5 damage or 3 to 4 damage. Which one is better? Or I can make it like 1.5 so that it gets a 0.5 bonus. Against unarmored creatures. What happens if we make it 2? Is it just like too much? It's probably way too much if we do it that way, but well, because the flame will also do a lot of damage, so once it's fully upgraded, it's worth it. But let's try this out. Ask Blizzard about their bouncing habits, and then it will be an esport ready game. Well, the thing is, it's not a multiplayer game, but yeah, Blizzard is quite amazing. The thing is, I'd almost rather... Yeah, that's too much. We'll just make it 1 for now. If people are like, I don't like it that much, then... But I mean, it takes 1 less hit to kill most things, at least. And this will make armored enemies quite a bit easier to deal with, too. Let's try a couple other things before we move on to the sword. That's going to be harder. I don't quite know what I want to do for the sword yet. I want to try an armored skeleton also, because that's the main enemy at the moment that you would definitely be fighting with a boomerang, because it's basically designed for the boomerang. And then we'll test the other one also. I think it normally takes 4 hits to kill those guys. Let me check. Okay, so you get an extra hit on a skeleton. Yeah, this is totally a useful thing to get. Yeah, I think that's good. So now let's check bright steel on the boomerang. Oh, there's no ring of fire. I did it wrong. What's going on? It is orange, though. What did I do wrong here? And it burns. The ring of fire. You two have both made the same reference. I don't even know what it is. To be honest, don't get most references. You don't have the fire DLC. Exactly, I guess. Man, those DLCs always getting you. Oh, I know what the issue is. Depth. It's literally just invisible. Oh, it's an old Johnny Cash song. That's pretty good. Good to know. Okay, so I think the problem is I'm going to change this take damage script to be %. Cause flaming %. Cause flaming is going to be 0. Right now it's just a true false. Percentage. And then cause, so it's not this, it's going to be what? Flaming is larger. Cause. There we go. Cause flaming is less than 100. Or a random 100 is less than cause flaming. Minus flame resist. There we go. Don't mind the air raid siren in the background. Yeah, I don't know what's going on out there. But honestly, I didn't even notice till you pointed it out because I'm just like, I don't know. Background noises never really distract me that much. Although I do work better when it's quiet. It's kind of weird. I guess it kind of depends on what it is. People talking and making noises, that bothers me, but like cars or sirens are pretty easy to tune out. What was I gonna do? We need flame resist is like a percentage resistance. We need to actually go into the enemy. Status effects. Flame resist equals 0 by default. We should ask Yoga Games to add a fix my game function to Game Maker Studio 2. Imagine how useful that would be. Well, they have that for importing GMS1 to GMS2, so I don't see why they couldn't tweak it to fix code lines and syntaxes. Yeah, I don't see any problem with just fix my game. You know what? I have an idea. Just do it ourselves. Let's see here. Solves all my problems. No parameters. Ah! Perfect. Now, anytime I get in a bind, I'll just use that. Okay. So this will now do 2 damage over the course of 2 seconds. By default, other enemies will have different values. So, 10 out of 10. Thanks. Glad you two approve. If you want, you're welcome to copy the code into your own games. There's no restrictions on that. Oh, put that bad boy on the market. You're right. I should put it on the marketplace. Never mind, you can't copy it. Okay, so let me see. There's only one other spot which uses fire at the moment. Lasers. Where is it? Okay. Oh, it's this. Cause flaming. Yo-Yo Games wants to know your location. Deny! No! You can't know. Actually, I think they do know because I have to put in my address to make a marketplace account. Oh no. Oh, okay, but it's alright. I'm at school right now, not at home. I better warn my parents though. Let's see here. This should work. Let's try it. So now the flames will come from the ring of fire. Everything will burn. Let's try it. Oh, my tabs are all wild. What's going on here? Okay. We're good. Let's go. Casually not actually making a marketplace page for that script. I mean, it would be a really good April Fool's joke. Perfect. Ah! It's broke. Alright. We gotta figure out what's going on here. I actually know what's wrong, but you know what? Let's just, Perfect! Should work now. This should work. Every developer ever, right before their code doesn't work. I called it. No! It shouldn't have worked, but it's an easy thing. Set depth. I just forgot to set the depth. It's alright. There. And this should just be done at every step. This might need to be in a pause loop. Okay, no, it's fine. Because the damage timer will only... Yes, the only thing this might cause is weird behaviors with butterflies. Honestly, that's too much of an edge case. If someone pulls it off, it will just be interesting to look at. Flames! And the depth works behind the trees now. Perfect. Ah! Wait. Hello? Do the skelly buns have like a different flame percent? Let me see. There's an enemy. The grass things should definitely have a. What's going on? I hate these things. Okay, that's interesting. Flame resist, stat flaming. Flame duration, flame take damage duration. Okay, that should all be good. Now let's see the script take damage. This should work. Okay. Should be working. That doesn't mean I think it will. And it obviously isn't. I just mean that I don't see any errors yet. Cause flaming is larger than 0 and random 100 is less than cause flaming minus. Any issues with this? What's going on? Cause flaming. By the way, are you still making something for GMOS once it's out? I will probably try at some point just because it's a wild thing to do. Maybe I'll do it on a stream if I'm taking a break from the Last Librarian. Be a fun little diversion. I'll just be like Epic Store and force you to make this game GMOS exclusive. You know, I'm okay with that. You gotta add some things to sell something, especially when you're making something so ridiculous as a separate OS. That's my roommate in the background. Don't mind him. Stat flaming. Like, actually, what's up? I'll put negative reviews on Steam. No! Don't do it. What is going on? Maybe it's... I think he's choking. Is he alright? Yeah, he's fine. That's what he sounds like when he's laughing, but trying not to laugh. Manny, just laugh normally. It's alright. Don't worry, I will only put positive ones. American cheese, do you even know what we're talking about? Dude, GMOS, that's a wild thing. I love all the screenshots. Also, yeah, save your roommate. He's fine. Like I said. You are fine, right, dude? Oh, he's not even paying attention. That's fine. Where's the boomerang? Is this the boomerang? Nope. Oh. Well, that's the issue, isn't it? All I saw was reviews on Steam. Hooray, thanks. We're talking about Or Squadstra, who is working on making a new OS in GameMaker. Really just for the swag points, to be honest, but it's pretty cool. Has some very elegant screenshots that I've seen. I accidentally locked myself out of my Yo Games account. I don't know what to say, man. Okay, it should work now. I know what the issue was. I just did the function wrong. Yep, flaming. Let's just, you know... Boop. What? I hit the flames, but I didn't. Oh my, that'd be interesting. GMOS is amazing. I think it's one of the coolest things because it's just so different. Alright, that is so deadly. Do you see that? That sounds trippy as heck. It's super cool. Here, put a link in there. There's a forum thread so people can see it. So So this does 2 damage over the course of 2 seconds. One problem with GMOS right now is I'm not sure how I'll let users copy directories. To be honest, I don't even know how you have a file system working at all. I've not even messed with that kind of stuff in GameMaker. This is super powerful. I'll probably have to do something stupid like making the directory into a zip and then unzip it somewhere else. I mean, that's what you do when you're doing something that is really not intended to be done. I want the default variables. Instead of reducing the damage, I'm just going to reduce the time it takes. So, wait, 45 times 4 is going to be 3 seconds, right? Yes. Okay, so now it does 2 damage by default over the course of 3 seconds. I will outdo GMOS. I will make an OS in MS Paint. Dirk, have you ever even programmed it before? My dude. That would be legendary. I don't even know how you could accomplish that. Not really. Get good. You're right, Vensky. You can do anything if you try hard enough. Like, I mean, beating Super Mario World, where you like basically reprogram the game using memory. Fair enough. I get. You don't have enough. Don't lie to me. I have as much as I want. Oh. We got an issue. Why do I still have a bright steel? I had a bit of experimenting in computer science classes. Nothing big. That's something. I mean, honestly, experimenting is all most of us know how to do. Let's just give ourselves capacitor. Mario Paint. Oh yeah. I keep seeing like pictures of that. Like screenshots and stuff. We need to sell this acid capacitor. Wrong room. Sorry guys. I know you're sleeping. Where's the nearest store? This one? Yes. Mario Paint theme is rockin'. Indeed. I love Mario music in general, actually. I'll be honest. What would happen if you threw the boomerang and as it's spinning gave yourself a boomerang? Probably nothing. We could try that. The boomerang is different than most items in the way it works. But we may as well. Okay, now we have a flaming spiked boomerang. This is so beautiful. Alright, ready? Librarian boomerang. Which button is that? Yeah, see, it's just like, it's just here. And now it's equipped to the X slot. It just gives you 2 different slots where you can throw it from. You can't throw more than one boomerang at a time. But we have this extra one here. Have you ever realized that if you throw a boomerang out of anger, you're about to get a whole lot angrier? What? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Or is that another pun and this time I just don't get it? Alright, let's see how deadly this spiked flaming boomerang is. Whack. So some people get mad when they throw stuff, I guess? Sick. It's so deadly, guys. I mean, honestly, getting to this state is very late game. Although I guess you could get to it early game, but then you'd only have the boomerang as your powerful weapon, which would be limiting. Die. I think I would probably, when as a casual player of this game, upgrade just the one weapon. And also the flames only affect the first entity it hits, so it's really not that bad. Not that powerful. Have you ever realized that each time someone paints a room, it gets a tiny bit smaller? That's true. And then it zooms back and hits you while you're mad. Just use the debug menu. There's so many people chatting. We also have the debug mode, which is wild. Wait. What is wrong with that bird? Just what? Did you hit a bird on accident, Dirk? It's but look at it. What is it doing? It's freaking out. Poor bird. I forgot that was there. Debug menu, end game. It's called a flash mob. You did this. I did do. Okay, I'll fix it. I think I know what the issue is. I'm pretty sure. It is. Let me check the code for the birds. Bird.exe is stop resending. Send error details to GMOS. What is going on? Oh, here's the issue. Okay, it wasn't inheriting the enemy code. And the problem is, I hadn't noticed before because everything else killed it instantly, so I didn't know that the states were messed up. But the boomerang flames caught it on fire, but didn't instantly kill it. So then the states were revealed to me as broken. Alright, so now we need to figure out what the swords work, because the boomerang works. Actually, we do have one other issue, though. This wasn't actually taken out of the inventory. Can we sell these? I don't think you can sell them, but let me check that. So we need to make sure it's getting deleted from the inventory when you use it, otherwise we have a real problem. Yeah, you can't. Okay. Speaking of GMOS, I find it amusing how my file manager barely does anything, but it's already nearly 1,400 lines of code. That's why GMOS is really cool, as long as you're not the one making it. And here comes the Parker again.
The Parker has arrived.
Is that an upside down gnome in the trees by the blacksmith dude?
It's not a gnome.
A gnome? Well, it's Fier, and she is a lady, but
there can be lady gnomes, Jonathan.
No, I'm not talking about the gnomes. I don't know what you're talking about. That's... I closed the game. Let me go look. Oh, are you maybe talking about the skull?
I'm not a gnoblin.
You've been gnomed?
You've been gnomed?
Shh, stop it. This thing over here in the background, that is
Not a gnome. Not a gnome.
this is a skull. Not a gnome. Sorry to disappoint.
You've been gnomed.
Yep, that's what we were talking about. Oh, I see why it looks like a gnome. The trees form the little hat. I got it. Okay, so I fixed that. Why is it not working? Taking the items out of inventory. Let's check. Here. It looks like a face with a green beard. Yes. But truly it is a skull. Upgrade a weapon. If the game is called The Last Librarian, why don't you have a psst sound effect played after every time any other sound is heard? I just won't answer that question, I'm sorry. I don't know. I think I know maybe what the issue is, but we are in a conundrum because... Alright, we're gonna have to reset it. I come back to talk of gnomes. I like gnomes. Yeah, gnomes have a certain appeal. There's Gnome Magic and Secret of Mana, the best game ever made. Guys, we're gonna cheat. Also, we're making a new save file. Money.
American children is allergic to dairy.
Ubuntu Gnome 13.04. Indeed. This game needs more gnomes. Well, yeah, look, once again, look, the audio didn't play. I don't... Why is gain still... Okay,
This game needs more gnomes.
I never played Secret of Mana. That is really a tragedy. It's seriously one of the best games. I'm hoping that rumors of a Secret of Mana port to Switch in English, the trilogy, will be come true, because that would make me literally about as happy as possible. They hear me. What do you mean, Manny?
You can type something.
I could type something. I don't need to.
I want to see you. Just say hi to the chat on typing.
No, you can go. You can join the chat if you want to. Ah, Skellimon, leave me alone. Okay.
So that's what they're saying.
Yes. Okay. Oh, good lord! I can't hide in here. It's broken. What did I? He's freaking out. It's okay. Okay, so here's my plan instead. I'm thinking it might have to do with the way that I gained the items, because I definitely tested this before, and I shouldn't have changed much, but I might be wrong. Treasure, item, treasure chests. Ah. Don't rotate it. So we're going to do it this way instead of through the debug menu. Don't have enough money. talk to me about money. Hold on. I want to capacitor. I don't know what is the sand. Don't know any of these are the cheapest. Golden sand probably sells for the most. How to make an infinite loop. While EA game has microtransactions, so message oof. I mean, they didn't always be that way. 100 gems. 100 gems. I didn't. Take them all. Thank you. Okay. Let's check now. We have loads of money. Ah, it works. Alright, so I was right. It has to do with the game menu giving me glitchy items. I think I might know what the issue is, and we'll check that. But if it isn't that, then I'm just not going to worry about it, because it does work correctly. I can just do this. Okay. Boom. Okay. So that works. Let me go back to, yeah. Okay, here's my theory. This will fix it. I think that the item cap for dark steel and bright steel might be set to 0, which means that when you gain them, you get 0 items, but it still works as an item because of how the inventory system works. And then when you subtract, you get -1 items, which is not equal to 0, which is why they don't get deleted. But now that it checks less than or equal to 0, it should work. Yeah, I was right. Okay, now we can actually go sit. By the way, execute string is awesome. I can have for loops with something like this. Execute string, bnav, plus string I-1 plus dot round corner equals true. Pretty useful variables named var 0, 1, 50. Yeah, execute string is kind of awesome, especially when you're doing something kind of out of the ordinary. In that sense, usually when you have that many variables, though, you can just do it with an array instead, or you can do it with enumerators. One of those two usually solve the problem, but like actually, yeah, why do you have variables var 0 through 50 when you could just do an array and then reference index 0 through 50? I mean, there might be reasons why, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. Let me see. Let's go fix the initialization of these items. They are buttons, which are different objects. Ah, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. That is 50, though. And I'll stand for the number of folders the buttons have to represent in the timeline each button with respect to folder. That kind of makes sense, yeah. I think there might still be a way to abstract it and make it a little easier to code, but it might make it more complicated in other areas, so I don't know. That's why I'm not making a GMOS and I'm letting you do it instead. Init items. That will make it so the maximum. Since there's no max limit, it's easier to have a cycle rather than make 500 variables or something. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's true. My point is, when you create them, you can put them into a loop, into a list, and then iterate through the loop to the list to destroy them. Instead of making a variable, you just make a... Or is there a max limit on arrays? Okay, that will fix that weird issue too. Okay, we're going down the rabbit trail of weird issues. But I could check off the Boomerang Bright Steel and Boomerang Dark Steel. So, if you couldn't tell, the Boomerang is kind of flame themed. I don't know, there surely is, but it's pretty big. Yeah, I mean, if it's bigger than 50, I would be using arrays, but I don't know exactly what you're doing, so do it the way you find is the easiest to do it. Okay, let's go on to, let me close this. We still need that open. Let's go on to the sword. So here's the sword. I'm not sure. Any suggestions for the sword would be welcome. Right now I have one of them creates like an air blast that does some damage at a kind of range, and then one of them does a like shield around you.
You should make a fire.
Ice sword.
No, fire sword.
Well, the sword is actually wind themed.
Oh. Tornado.
I know you like the fire sword, Manny.
Make a tornado.
See ya, or Squadra. Thanks for hanging out. So any wind themed abilities. I'll show you what I've got now, but I don't like it very much. So now you have this shield around you. The sprites need to be updated as well. That protects you sometimes from shots. Boomerang sword. No, not a boomerang sword. It needs to still maintain its purpose as a sword. So I kind of like the shield because it's more of a, it gives it a more defensive quality. Especially when that most projectiles can be blocked by the sword attack.
Wait, say that again. How are you becoming back? I'm gonna get some jerk, man.
So actually, I kind of do like the shield. We need to implement it better, make it a single thing, but something that damages enemies will allow you to more safely dash. Like that, see? And then if we go check out the other one, I'll show you what I have now. Let's do the bright steel. Like, honestly, I kind of like this. I don't know. Maybe I like it better than I thought I did. So it kind of gives you a range. Remember to drink water and stretch, Cloaked. Oh, Mayo. I have been stretching. Thanks for reminding me to drink water. Especially since I'm kind of sick today.
He doesn't drink water.
I do drink water. It's why I have a water bottle in my backpack. Right here is my water bottle.
He's lying.
I need a stay hydrated bot. Don't listen to my roommate. He likes to troll me. Alright, I drank water. Thank you so much, Kinsar, for reminding me. So this should not get stuck on the water wall, but actually I think I do like this. We just need better graphics. I'm just sitting there swinging a bit. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Let's just upgrade. Let's just update the graphics. Let me also make sure that the ring of fire. Okay. And I think I want the sword wind shield to be just one object too. And then, yeah, okay. Close all of them. Weapons. This is good. Oh, we need to make it bigger again. Okay, perfect. Better. This. I can just shrink. Beautiful. Luna, hey, I'm popping in for then. Good to see you. Heard you had a lot of stuff to do today, so I'm glad you got some time to come say hi. We are finishing up some of the weapon upgrades. Instead of this, I actually want a wind. Let's see what it looks like this. We can just save the. I already did balance testing for this one, so I know it's good. Basically, it just does extra damage, but it also makes it easier to do dashes without getting hurt, things like that. It might be something that I upgrade, you know, update later once I have better ideas, but for now, I think this is good. Sword. FYI, your mic is super quiet. I got my audio at 100 and the video is at 100. That's not good. I can turn it up a little bit maybe, but it looks normal on my side, so.
I'll be right back.
That's actually very strange to me. On my computer, I usually have audio at like 20. Up to 100 is like way too loud. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Whoa! Look at these giant boomer. This workspace. Gosh. Yo-Yo Games, what were you thinking? Like, what is this? But hey, you added a skeleton in the town. There is a skull there in the corner that you noticed. Ivensky thought it was a gnome earlier. Almost. Hashtag conspiracy. I usually have to change it depending on what I'm doing. Usually 20, 25, somewhere just below 50 for Netflix. Yeah, but it's very odd that my audio seems low for you. That's actually super interesting. I don't know what to do about that. Is anyone else having trouble hearing? Make it silent. And just like before, I actually want to make sure that this resets. What was that? Audio's pretty low, but not too bad. Also, hi Luna. Seems fine to me. And yo, saying hi. Cool. Alright. A lot of folks stopping by in the stream today. It's fun to have such a lively chat. Maybe I bet it's probably because I'm on Monday. I don't know if you guys have feedback on that, but I really wish I could stream on Mondays regularly and not do it on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, because I think it's just a more convenient day for everyone, but I usually have school, so maybe next year I'll have a space in my... Maybe just speaking quieter. I don't know, I can enunciate better at least. Alright, this will set the damage to 1, and then instead of just destroying part of it, it's going to actually destroy all of the shield. I tend to be doing a lot of homework on Sundays. Yeah. I guess everyone would normally have things going on, at least in America, but we all have the day off since it's a federal holiday, so that's nice.
Is someone from here not from the US?
I don't know, but there's a lot of people from other countries that watch things. Gotta be ready. Yeah. I was gonna... That's interesting. Oh, it's tiny again. We did it again, guys. I am from another... American cheese... I mean, you can have whatever identity you want to look. I won't contradict you, even though I know you in real life. The sovereign nature of Kryptonia. Alright. Alright, my dude. Whatever you say. Where is it located? Also, we broke this image. Okay. It is located... Fought the skelly better this time around. Oh, that skeleton. Oh yeah, he's there for testing. Don't worry about him. What is up with this? Okay, I need the sprite to be smaller. Yes, we can see your messages now. Maybe it was broken for a bit. Creepy skelly boy. Get out of here. Oh, what the... Wait. Oh, well, there's something to fix. Okay, this needs to be... smaller, so we'll fix this. It's located in Eastern Europe. Alright, whatever you say. If you type too often, YouTube deems you a troll and makes your messages stop going through. I think I turned that off, but I don't know. I can take another look later. Because they're near the tree. Yeah. We need... This sprite needs to be smaller so that it fits the loop. Well, that makes me sad. I'm not a troll. Weren't you, like, right at the beginning of the stream talking about how you were going to troll my stream? Just... Okay. I'm not convinced. What was the other thing I was going to fix? No! I don't regenerate damage, nor am I particularly afraid of fire and acid. I see. You're right. You're right. You must not be a troll.
These are mushrooms.
Mushrooms? Well, yeah, what about the mushrooms bit?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I was talking about trolling your stream.
Sauteed mushrooms.
That's what I'm saying, man. Let's see. That would be a full-sized. Someone say mushrooms? My main man, mushroom merchant? What? You're like, what? I mean... Look, do what you want, man, but... Mushroom merchant and Smash? Yes. What about his brother, the high mushroom merchant? I didn't say he was high, just... I mean, maybe he is. I think canonically it's possible that the mushroom merchant's brother actually lives in Deep City. So you could meet him this update. But I don't know for sure. I haven't decided if that's really his brother. See if this fits better and then go check the code. Oh, I have to make them further apart. That was the other thing I was going to do. He has to say something is deep. Guys... That... You take this game seriously? Hey, Cloaked. Hi, Ivansky. You want to interject something among this conversation about the mushroom merchant's brother? Oh, I broke it again. Wait, what the... That's not right, is it? Okay, we can do this. Okay. No, but I put the script on the mushroom meat marketplace. Oh gosh. Send a link in the Discord chat. And American Cheese says the main man mushroom merchant, seriously, he's a very relatable character. Is that even possible to be serious? Okay guys, I get it. That will be the sequel. The sequel, The Last Librarian, The Last Mushroom Merchant. Wait, deuteragonist? What does that mean? No. Sword. Yeah, I'm with Luna on this. What does that mean? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Secondary protagonist. Almost equal in importance, but still secondary. Ah, got it. Makes sense. Kind of. Where's the shield? Size, all frames. Middle left. There we go. Like, personally, I consider Samwise to be a good example. I think not from Fringe, from Lord of the Rings. Like that thing. Everyone knows Samwise is the true. Yeah, exactly. Everyone knows Samwise is the true protagonist of the series. Okay, that works a little bit better. Oh, I hear the message. Results may vary. I feel like there's something morally wrong about this, Ivansky. What? Do I commentate on this, or do I just let it sit for a little bit? It's moments like these where I really wish that I did do stream highlights. If I get banned, I'm blaming you. No, let this be a record. I did not approve of this. I only thought it would be funny. I didn't think it was a good idea.
Why is there a risk of you getting banned?
Yo-Yo Games wants to know your location. I have video proof. This is Ivansky's fault. What is that music in the background? What are they doing over there? Can we close the door?
Is it that loud?
I don't know. Is it picking up on the microphone? If it is picking up, I'd rather not be in the video.
What is the chat saying?
They haven't answered yet. I'll take it down later. Maybe a good idea? Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know.
Chat, do you hear the music in the background? American cheese, do you hear it?
It's not that important. Can you just close it for now? I'm gonna be done in 10-15 minutes.
American cheese, answer! It's an order.
You can't demand the chat. What is going on with this?
Did American cheese answer?
It's pretty faint. I can hear it. Alright. Thanks. Forgive my rude roommate. What is that? I don't know, man. This has been a wild stream. You guys accomplished your goals from the beginning. Why? It's not getting closer together. What the heck? Let's just lengths. Make it 0. Just want to let you know, once the final game is out and I played through it, and especially if the game gets some contraction and attention, I will write a Mushroom Merchant fanfic. Why is this not working? What? 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 Oh, I know what the issue is. It's because the windshield. Yes. And I'll draw fan art. We can make a Mushroom Merchant manga. Dude. I guess I appreciate it. This is where the actual difference is made. To be changing these numbers. We're so close to done. Windshield? Yeah, this is the sword ability that protects you from being attacked from the sides. Jelly Chick 112 is asking me what the script does. Vroom vroom windshield. Not that kind of windshield. Jeez. Tell him that it fixes everything. Obviously, it's in the name. No false advertising. My brain does not compute for comics. Luna, my brain does not compute for art. Any of it. It should let you walk on water? The script? Or the windshield, or what? There's no walking on water. I was gonna add like a swimming thing. I consider that, but it's too much work. Perfect. It all fits together nicely, except it's a kind of ugly square, so I could update the sprite just a little bit, and then we'll be good. And we'll actually be ending the stream kind of soonish. Ah. The sword. The poor chest. Oh, the one I was stabbing? I mean, it didn't do anything specifically, but I mean, yeah, I just needed something to hit. Chest harassment. Make a perception check. Let's see if this worked. Kind of guessing, honestly. It's hard for me to visualize this. Maybe the chest is a mimic. There are mimics. I added them. Did I get a nat 1? That means you get your head eaten by the mimic. And then you become a mimic because it was actually a vampire mimic. Rolls a one-sided dice and gets a nat 20. That's a good shield. I'm fine with this. I'm trying to... Is there a way to discern which are mimics? Yes, there is a spell, Revelation, which reveals hidden things. As you might imagine, it works wonders on mimics. Like in Breath of the Wild with the magnetic. Exactly. So this would, if there was if a regular chest like this one is yellow, and an enemy mimic is red. But also you can just hit every chest before you open it. And then, you know, remember Revelation. Yeah, I like it as a spell because it's kind of just utilitarian. And it's not specifically combat, but then I worked it into needing it for certain battles so that you can, you know, do stuff. Dang, you improved those grabby plants and the spell lines. Yes, I have. Thank you for noticing. Eat the grabby plants. Well, they don't make food. They're not edible. But I think that is all we have time for today. I'm glad you liked the improvements on the spell and the grabby plants. Break the chest if you hit it and it's not a mimic. No, that would be so mean. What if you hit it on accident? It also attacks if you try to open it. So, I mean. Well, that's all I have time for today. Technically not exactly true. I'm planning to work further. But the rest of it is something I want to keep secret. So that in the next version. He breathes. Yes, he does.
20 bucks and I'll tell you what it is.
Hey, I can do that too. I breathe. Yes. Don't take his bribe. So thanks everyone for hanging out. I cannot wait. I'm super excited to show the next version of the game because there's all kinds of wild stuff in there, and a lot of new things for the beta testers. There's 2 new dungeons, a mini dungeon, and 3 new bosses, and 2 full new areas to explore, and new side quests. What's your PayPal background? I can't wait for the demo either. Good to hear, Luna. Like, I'm in a very good mood about this game. It's going to be super great. So, see everyone later. I'll wait a little bit to let the stream catch up, and then I will end it for the day. I will end it for the day.